Hello and welcome to a review of the 2006 set, Boba Fett Slave 1. This set is one that I actually pieced together. The first time, one of the first LEGO videos on this channel is me digging through the lot where I first found this set and Build-A-Bob and the Indiana Jones set with the two 1930s cars. And this set is one of the biggest that I've recovered from that. And it was very well loved, as you can see. The minifigures, let's just say they didn't make it all out unscathed. This guy, literally, could only find his torso and his head. Really wish I had Boba Fett's helmet, but it's all good. I'll find him someday and complete Boba Fett. But yeah, this set, I think, is indicative of the way LEGO Star Wars was shifting, even more so than the previous set, which was, or maybe not more so, but just as much so as the previous set I looked at, Jango Fett Slave 1, because this set, as you can see visually, it's basically a remake. It's very similar. Let me just, back that a little bit. Yeah, you can see, has basically the same shaping, a lot of similar elements, similar gimmicks. The frame of this thing, these pieces are exactly the same, these pieces are the same windscreen, has the same cannons, although this one is not on the same ratchet system. Same, same very similar wing design, although, maybe I did this backwards, but whatever. Yeah, lots of very striking similarities between these two models. They're definitely built off the same mold, but this one, in my opinion, has a few different tricks, and I think is built a lot sturdier than this one, because this one had a lot of parts that I felt were way too fragile, didn't stand the test of time, and they've either been updated to be stronger or they've been outright replaced. So we'll just take a look at that. Let's put this one to the side for now. Yes. So the first thing you'll notice about this set is that it has a very different color scheme than what we've seen from the Starship in the past. Not only is this using new grays, which, it's somewhat noteworthy, it's also using the new brown color of the time, dark reddish or reddish brown. So lots of, modern colors, if you think about it, even though they're so basic. And also using sand green. Very cool that they use it, although it's a bit sparse. Besides these pieces, it's used very little. Very, very gray in total. It kind of feels like lacking a little bit of color, which is unfortunate, but I guess I understand. Still has that little tiny hint of that classic Star Wars sort of impressionistic design with some tan pieces, some textured greebling pieces. But really, it's very gray. And that's unfortunate. I do wish this was an older grays, but it's neither here nor there. It's whatever. Taking a look around this ship, you can see that the wings no longer use Bionicle pieces. Instead, they use these Technic pieces, a little bit more of a brick-built design. This weird thing is used for texture, using, I think this is for the the sliding staircase piece introduced in Harry Potter or Lego Castle. And has this nice little method with this hinge brick to kind of cover that up, and I think it cleans up pretty nicely. As you can see, my set is very used, so there's a lot of bite marks and things everywhere, but you still get the idea. It's a lot sleeker, a lot better put together, and a lot less fragile. As you can see, I'm kind of being rough with this set, but it's very standing hold. One thing I should probably discuss in this set, like the others, I think has superb minifigure designs. And what I mean by that is, let's focus on this guy. This is the Bespin Guard, I believe. And despite the damage you can see in this minifigure, very well played with, he has the classic smile, but with dark reddish or just reddish brown, which is really interesting. I love when you get, I don't love licensed themes and licensed face prints and flesh tones, but seeing such a basic minifigure in with reddish brown, I think that's awesome. I would love more of this. And I don't know, something about it's a very tricky subject, of course, but I'm fine. I think it's cool to have different races be represented in LEGO. I think that's actually a great thing. I just don't like flesh tone for like the normal guys, like, you know, like with the smiley face it's fine, but when you start adding detail it just stops feeling Lego like. Like this is very much like a half step between like the sort of realistic, super accurate flesh tone minifigures and like the goofy, nonsensical fun that you get with like old school Star Wars minifigures. And I think this retains enough of the charm to where it doesn't bother me really, especially because it's like the classic smiley. But I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, getting, I don't know. Maybe that's too complicated of an issue to talk about in this video. But I guess all in all, I'm really glad that we got this figure. And I think that it's made way better by having the authentic skin tone. Another thing is that the printing, they did not have to go so hard with the printing. This throwaway figure of a character nobody cares about, and they have this beautiful golden trim on the shirt. It's so nice. It's just simple, but also just beautiful. And they print the arms of all things, and it just looks pretty good and deluxe. Just incredible minifigure here. Just so weird and unique. Every other version of this character would not be like this. You also have Boba Fett. We're using the design from the 2000 and Slave 1, but with new grays. And mine's missing his arm. His torso's all chewed up, and he doesn't have his helmet, so basically don't have him, but it's all good. And then we have Dengar, I believe his name is, using the classic ninja hood. A little bit rubbery, kind of weird. Maybe it aged poorly, but yeah, he has the classic smile on there. I like his printing well enough, but yeah, being made of reddish brown is really not going to help him age very well, and you can kind of, the creakiness of it, oh my god, it's just kind of gross. Touching this guy hurts, but yeah, he's a good minifigure in total, I think. And finally, we got IG-88, who is made of this this silvery textured plastic, or not, I guess not, the plastic isn't textured, but with like drum lacquered silver painted on him. He'd be used in the Clone Wars battle pack a little bit later. So his design isn't as unique, but it is a nice figure, and I kind of like how every figure in this set feels very distinct. I'd say not a lot of ground. That is not a lot of retracing. You know, they're all very distinct. I guess I don't know how to say that better, but yeah, great minifigure selection. In my opinion, I'm not a huge fan of the set including more minifigures than needed. I would have rather that budget went into the set itself, or even just like lowering the price in total. I don't know exactly how much the set retailed for, but I don't know if it didn't exactly help, you know. It couldn't have possibly made the set cheaper to have more minifigures, but that's either here or there. I didn't even buy the set new, so it doesn't really matter too much. The set itself, again, very similar to the 2002 design. Way sturdier. I can hold it like this, no problem. It's a bit bigger. It's really hard to actually show this thing off authentically. But there are some play features that are not in that set that I think are very cool. And I'm really glad they didn't just get rid of the play features and have that be that. But they actually went through the effort of re-engineering a few things to actually give this thing some unique attributes of its own. The first one is that it has a missile launcher. Now, if you move these two panels, you can see it there. The missile used is kind of like a Technic competition design, but a little bit different than the one that you see nowadays. And that's why I couldn't replace it, and it has the rubber bit off. But by pressing this lever, you can unleash it. And I'm going to do it upwards, and hopefully that doesn't do anything too bad. Let's... Oh, there we go. Yeah, very powerful stuff. You can see. Oh my god, I'm a destructive person. But yeah, I think it's a really fun thing. I love the way that it's loaded in there, the spring and everything. It feels very much like, I don't know, it feels very cheeky. I don't know. It's kind of like, I like how hidden it is. It makes it feel like a spy bounty hunter thing. Very, spy bounty hunter style. Evocative of Boba Fett's character. And doing that, I think, is fun. Yeah, this will kill because it doesn't have the rubber tip, so watch out for that. Also, here, you've got the classic hidden compartment with two missiles. These ones, pretty fragile, not put in the best. They kind of they fall off very easily. So, very accurate to the source material of the other set. We saw a similar play feature. This one's just about as well executed, but hey, instead of those window door, or instead of those finger joints, we've got ratchet joints. So these are way more sturdy, way better, and they click into place better. You have the same little door to put little stuff in, and I actually don't have the right color for this, so I did blue, but there's another feature that uses a lever, and let's check that out. Oh, sorry. As you can see, when you push this down, it's supposed to happen. It's stuck at the moment. It's actually pretty far in there. Is that, oh, yeah. Let's do this more elegantly to kind of show it off in the best light. But you load him up in there. Little, very finicky stuff, but it's okay. You push this down, and Han Solo and Carbonite pops up. This is a piece borrowed from the original set that was not included in the Jango Fett version. It's a little bit lenticular. It looks very silly. He kind of reminds me of like a sheep with his hair and everything. Just super, it's like very, very much goofball mode going on. I love this piece. Very, very unique inclusion. I don't know how many other sets this would be used in, maybe like Jabba's Palace, but yeah, it really is just like a pillar that they printed on. Fun stuff, and I love that it's incorporated into the set in a nice way. Similar, another feature that you would not see in the other version of this set. But reloading it is kind of a pain. You can see here that also there's a hinge on this part to keep it on. I don't know if that was a structural thing or whatever, but it makes you can kind of mess with it. Very weird, but yeah. On this side, you have a little door that opens up. I don't remember what was supposed to be in here. Probably some supplies or something. And then you have this piece, which is in Technic. Oh, I need to clean that. That is kind of gross. Ugh. Yeah, I'm actually going to clean this set after I look at it. That's part of the reason I want to do this review now, is because I want to put away these sets and kind of clean and restore them. But probably couldn't even see that because the angle's a little bit weird, but too zoomed in. But that's really all there is to say about the model itself. It is good. Actually, I could talk about the gimmick on the inside. Like the other one, the interior has this rotating element. It works quite well, as you can barely see. Let me fix this. As you can barely see, yeah, it rotates pretty well. And yeah, it uses the cockpit design from the other set. It has this, one thing I will say is that the structural integrity of this part is much better than the other set. I think it's something about the placement of everything. A lot more compact, making this like strange connection type work. But yeah, I said I was done, but I'm not. Now I'm done. I swear I'm done. Yeah, that's all there is to say about this set. In terms of its design, it is basically what you'd expect from a Lego Star Wars set for the coming next decade or so. Yeah, and that's, has its drawbacks, has its strengths. People who like the newer sets will say this is one of the best Slave ones, while people like me who prefer the older style will say that it's good, but it doesn't capture that same magic that the older sets had. In fact, this is a set that is part of a wave that was from kind of the end of a lot of things. Since 2005, Lego Star Wars had really begun to kind of even further, more so, like the signs were there in 2002 and 2003 that they were going away from the sort of classic style and like the things that made Lego Star Wars unique. But by this wave, we were seeing not just the not just like the signs of like something changing, but we were seeing the death of a lot of features that were Star Wars staples. Like the 2006 sets were some of the last to ever have alternative builds. And that's just a really unfortunate thing, because the way this series started with so many alternate builds, really great ones. And at this point, yeah, this is one of the last waves to have them at all. By 2007, they were gone, I think, or at least by the Clone Wars, they were definitely gone. And a lot of those fun things we saw in the 2002 set were either sort of made downsized a lot. There's no magnet system or anything, doesn't have any bionicle elements. Very standard Lego stuff. Still has that carbonite piece, and there are a few other elements, like Boba Fett himself is a relic of those older sets. But yeah, Lego Star Wars was changing and becoming a lot less fun, in my opinion. And while I think this is a great model, and objectively I think it is better than the Jango Fett Slave 1 in many ways, if we're speaking like structurally, minifigure wise, a lot of different ways. But yeah, it's really missing that Star Wars flavor, or it's losing it, you know? One thing I will say is that in the instructions, there is a picture of Boba Fett with his Cloud City design. And if they, you know, just kind of some weird off thing, maybe they used the wrong minifigure in the photography phase. But if they included that figure in this set, oh my god, the world would be so different. Because, you know, Boba Fett, Cloud City Boba Fett is extremely expensive. Of course, he's known as one of the rarest minifigures of all time, worth like $1,000, if not more. And if he was included in this set, then that would definitely change. Or even like if they had to do a different version of him with light grays, like that would be insane. But like, that's actually probably the reason why we didn't get that, because of the new grays. So blame the new grays for that as well, perhaps. But that's just speculation. Yeah, that's the end of my discussion of the Slave Ones, how they changed, how they stayed the same. I think they're both good, but I just prefer the older Star Wars style, I guess. These giant ships that are accurate, while they look cool, they just don't hit that same sweet spot of just, or the fun factor of the older sets. And I'm gonna restore this set a little bit, I'm gonna clean it up, and then I'm gonna put it away because, yeah, I've had it out for a while. Ever since I rebuilt it in that old video from, I think, 2 years ago. And yeah, this is the end of this set. So thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for existing and watching and existing. Yeah.